everybody, what is going on? It's me, Captain Vibes. Today we are live action. You already know what it is. Here's to bring you my Bleach review of Season 3, Episode 6, titled The Conflict. Now, I believe this episode started out in a weird order. I believe it started out where chapter 627 actually began. So after the intro, it starts from chapter 625, which of course is out of order because prior to the intro, it was 627. But we see this is an ongoing pattern with the final arc that's been back, and it actually works though. It does work, even though they're doing these chapters out of order. Somehow it works. But most importantly, Grimmjow is back. He's back. Yeah, we seen him show up the last episode at the end when he came through the Gargants, but now he is back, and I'm so glad. And the moment was real good. If I had to nitpick, I like the panel better in the manga when he touched down to Ichigo. I like the way it looked in the manga better. Some probably liked how it looked in the anime better because there was no destruction. Everything was just nice and neat and just unscathed. And in the manga, it seemed like it was more impactful when he unsheathed his Zanpakuto. I just liked how it looked better, and you just seeing the effects, everything swirling around. And Ichigo, he picked up his Zanpakuto and he was on guard. You seen like the lines, the energy, spiritual pressure coming towards Ichigo. I do like that. But in the anime, I don't know. It just seemed like when he unsheathed the Zanpakuto, that impact, that like it seemed like it wasn't there. It looked like the energy, it just across the ground. I didn't get that same feeling as I did when I read it in the manga. And you still gotta give him props though, how he made a true Shikai Ichigo be on guard. I mean, just think about that, because I'm gonna bring up the whole thing between Grimmjow and Nail. Yes, Nail is back. I do like her new outfit. I was never a big Nail fan. She was crazy how she told Grimmjow, listen, I'm number 3, you're number 6. I don't take orders from you. And I love how Grimmjow had to let her know, hey, Aizen isn't around anymore. Those numbers mean nothing. Like, hey, matter of fact, if you want to fight, let's see who's stronger. And in my opinion, hey, Grimmjow would take that one. Now, hold on, for all my Nail fans, I get it. The first argument I always hear, well, she's number 3, he's number 6. So, automatically she wins. She's that much stronger. First off, even though Tora told her when they fought that, oh, that number 3 back then doesn't mean nothing now in terms of strength. It meant something back when number 5 was number 8. But back when she regained her form, when he was number 5, yeah, she put it to him. Excuse me. But again, I mean, Grimmjow, he's been training, he's stronger. That's not to say Nail hasn't been training, but I'm pretty sure Grimmjow has been training longer and harder. He had more of a reason to, that blood, that drive, that revenge you want to get towards Ichigo and just be stronger overall. And yes, a lot of people don't know this, but Grimmjow is a Vasto Lord. Yes, it is confirmed in the novel. Now, you have 3 types of people when it comes to the novels. You have these type of people. 1, who don't just consider the novels canon at all because Kubo didn't write them. He drew stuff in the novels. Every now and then you would see some actual illustrations from Kubo. And then you have the people that's like, they just cherry pick what's canon or not. You know, then you have the third type of people, which is me, that consider it all canon. So for the ones who cherry pick, I find it interesting that we will get new information and tidbits and just backdrops and information on the lore, and they will believe that. You know, they consider it canon. Oh, this is the lore of the Soul King. Oh, this is why the Fullbringers are like this. Oh, this is why this happened. Oh, I didn't know this. Okay, but as soon as it comes to power scaling, or this person is now stronger than this person, or this person, it's like they don't want to believe that. I get it. People are saying, no, there's no way he could be a Vasto Lord because Kenpachi, when he looked at Halibel, Nail, and Grimmjow, he compared Grimmjow to Noitora. But people will say, wait a minute, was he comparing him in his resurrection form? Was he saying he was stronger than Noitora? Was he saying he's the only, was he saying he was just on his level? Because some people would think, oh, that's not a big jump. Grimmjow going from 6 to 5, you know, in terms of power. But Nail, Halibel, and Grimmjow are Vasto Lords. They are. Again, that was confirmed. Now, I'm not saying Grimmjow would just straight steamroll over Nail without a fight, but he is greatly, significantly stronger. So all my Nail fans, I want you to think about this. Look at everything we've seen her done in terms of combat. I mean, do you honestly think that will defeat Grimmjow. Grimmjow is a lot faster, more agile, more nimble, and even in her resurrection form, that double-sided spear drill lance thing, you honestly think Grimmjow can't evade that? You honestly think he can't evade that? Yeah, at times he may shoot a Zero, bad shit, block it, suck it in, mix it in with her own Zero and shoot it back. But even that, I think Grimmjow can evade that. Honestly, if you ask me, I don't know, man. I honestly don't actually see any moves or techniques that Nail can do to defeat Grimmjow. Some will say, oh, she don't need to. Just the fact that she's number 3 and she's stronger, she can just speed blitz him. Her Sunito was greater. She could just slit his throat or stab him. But now his bloodlust, his murderous intent is that much more greater than Nail's. I mean, hell, maybe that's why Kenpachi wanted to fight Grimmjow out of Halibel and Nail, because he's seen those 3. He's seen all 3 of them, and he wanted to fight Grimmjow. Now, I get it. Kenpachi may not have the best nose to sniff out who's the strongest. Some will say, oh, he should have fought Halibel if he wanted to fight the strongest. But, yeah. Nail, she just would have got put down. She really would have. So, novel Grimmjow. Now maybe back then during her Rancor arc, maybe. Okay, she probably could have did some damage to Nuratura. I mean, not Nuratura, but Grimmjow. But, again, even looking at that, Nuratura, he's not fast. He's not nimble. He's not swift. His weapon is slow, wide open swings. Of course he was able to just speed blitz him and actually do damage. And I get it. People are like, well, he has the hardest skin. He's like the Espada's version of the Kenpachi. She hasn't been fighting in that whole time. She regained her form. She was still able to do damage. So imagine what she would do if she regained it, if she maintained that form and trained. There's no way Grimmjow would stand a chance. But no. Again, Grimmjow, his amount of training. All right, for example, how he just split Kurji down the middle, like that one shot. Me personally, I don't see Nail doing that. And Grimmjow did it with his sealed Zanpato. You know, I just don't see it. But I know some of you are going to disagree. That's fine. That's just how the world works. But let me know down below. Who do you think will win and why? Nail or Grimmjow? And then we cut to the gate collapsing, which happened in the manga at chapter 617. But again, you see how we're jumping all over the place with the manga chapters. And I thought it was always cool. We've seen Nao and Lisa with their interactions along with the visors. And of course, Mayuri with his Reishi amplifier, man. Like it makes you think, like, what can't this guy just invent or come up with? On the part when all the 4 horsemen were sitting on these couches in this lounge-looking area, they were waiting for Bach's evolution to complete. Asking, he actually said, we have to wait for it to complete because if we were on the same level as Bach, you know, we would actually get consumed as well. And in the anime, that wasn't the case. They were actually still there present watching this whole thing take place. So when we cut to Ichigo and everyone else inside of the box, you know, I did think it was funny how he wanted that explanation. They kept the same animation when his hands was going up and down like this. But, you know, when I first read this in the manga, I loved how Kubo figured out a way to add in so many different characters to play a role in this war, because we all know not all characters are strong enough to be taking on these Star Knights, yet alone the 4 horsemen, especially Bach. And that includes Chad and Orihime as well, and especially Ganju, but whatever. So with Ruruka, I never cared about her at all. I literally don't care. Sorry, James Hansen, I know that's a chick and all, but I don't care. I know you like that character, but her look, her snobby, bratty, bitchy attitude, I just don't care nothing about her. Her ability, come on now. I'm not with the whole cutesy wootsy, that stupid looking gun she got. I know Tsukushima made it, but I just don't care about her ability. I get it in the sense of people, they do say her ability can be deadly and dangerous depending on how she wants to use it, but no, I care nothing about her. And Yukio, man, how he just didn't care to join the fight. My thing is, you want to be able to do anything anyway, really. Like, so, and he needs to understand. He never understood about how serious this whole situation was. He's a single course non-slider. He didn't care. I don't know if he was informed what had happened. If all 3 worlds just collapse and become one, he dies. Everyone else he knows dies. I guess he just didn't care. And I guess maybe he put all his faith in Ichigo on them. I don't know, but I do like the animation. You could say the animation really got good when they showed the face expressions of Ruruka. You know, I did notice that. And I like the explanation Yoruichi gave, even though it's slightly different about the whole Valley of Screams. And I remember when this was shown in the manga years ago, everyone was like, yes, it's canon, like it's actually canon. I remember when I first watched that movie, I was like, man, yes, this is canon. Then I thought it wasn't canon, because I remember when Ukitake showed up in the movie, I think he mentioned something about Central 46, and I remember thinking, like, this is when I was first into Bleach. I was like, wait, they're dead. How's he mentioning Central 46? I was like, well, that's how it is with these movies. It's not canon. But of course, there is a new Central 46 they got replaced. Maybe they got replaced actually that fast, because I believe Memories of Nobody, it takes place, after the whole, shebang that happened with Aizen. So, I do like the cutaway. They actually show the leaves and the ribbon. I do like that. That was a straight up nod to the movie. But the whole Valley of Screams, I really wish, because when he was explaining that to Haruka, how he was telling her, look, there's nothing cute about, where we're going. They actually show a panel of the Valley of Screams in the manga. I would have really loved if they would have actually showed that animated or apart from the actual movie. I really wish they would have done that. That would have been a perfect touch. But they didn't do it. But that's still cool, because we all know, yes, Memories of Nobody is canon. Then it cuts to both teams get ready to go through their respective gates, and we actually see, I believe, the third seat of Squad 8, who we haven't seen in quite some time. Good old Tatsufuso Injoji. Now, I think we've seen him, and I gotta do some quick research, but when I'm editing this, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, we've seen him during the funeral. I think the first season. Yeah, he was in one of the backgrounds of the actual funeral. But yeah, anyway, I thought that was cool how they added him in. All these, other cameo appearances from old soldiers we haven't seen in quite some time. But then we cut to some more differences between the anime and the manga when they actually arrived through the gate. I believe in the manga, Shinji was standing next to Love, and Ichigo, he was standing next to Grimmjow. But in the anime, Grimmjow wasn't there standing next to Ichigo, and I believe Hiyori was standing next to Shinji. That I did notice. Also in the manga, it was Soifon who actually spoke about the edge of the town being round like a circle, but in the manga, it was actually Shunsui. And again, they actually removed the comedy moments when they were trying to figure out what Yoruichi's brother looked like. In the manga, they show like silhouette of this big, muscular, buff guy, and then they also thought about if he looked like a black cat, just how Yoruichi turns into. That I noticed they took out, but they could have kept that in. I'd have been completely fine with that. And then we finish off the rest of the episode staying true to the manga, with the whole creation of the war well, with some minor snippets. You see interactions with Giselle and Lil Nat and, of course, Basby. And the quality of animation, it looks good so far. They're just on the nose with this animation and quality. Again, everyone has their little nitpicks about certain angles or too much CGI, or they shouldn't have used CGI at this one specific moment, but it's all good. I mean, it's nothing that'll ruin the whole episode. But to me, yeah, this was a good, solid episode. The pacing felt good. Despite them moving the chapters all over the place, again, it works. Nothing felt out of place. It felt like everything was just synced up perfectly. And again, and it matched up well with the added little extra tidbit. So I think that takes some good skill and teamwork and working with Kubo, and hats off to the director as well, to be able to move these chapters around and throw in never before seen things and still make it work and still make it feel like the pacing is better than what it was in the manga. Because again, like I said before, reading the manga and then watching this, yeah, you can really feel and sense how the manga, in comparison to the anime heavily, that it just felt rushed. So other than that, I enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you all think down below, especially with that Grimmjow versus Nail. Other than that, give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Another solid episode. I'll see you all next week on another episode review of Bleach. It's me, Captain Vibes with Ace, signing out.